For the best sports.
Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Mike Lay. We are here at Haden Sports and Performance, and I have the general manager here, Rodney Pittman, a dear friend, long time around the way fella. So look, man, what does the general manager here do? Tell the people what you do, man.
General manager here, I just handle all the day-to-day operations, right? So we got clientele all the way from 6 all the way up to 60. So I'm just trying to make sure that all the clientele got a good experience here, but also that they on target with their programs, with their goals, with their health, their nutrition, everything from A to Z.
All right, so all you guys are DMV homegrown trainers, athletes, you know what I'm saying, on your own right. How did the Haden Sports and Performance start? What was the inspiration behind it?
Nice. Haden Sports and Performance was actually started with Joe Haden Jr. He coached us in high school. He has 5 boys. Joe Jr., Joe the third being in the NFL right now. But he started off just training them in the gym, getting them equipped and ready to play sports and football and basketball, all that great stuff. And he noticed that his kids was taking off, and they was getting looked at around the nation. And he had a specific formula that he trained because he used to do bodybuilding, he used to perform and run track. So he did that with his boys, and it took off. So then he started on test dummies like me, myself, and Greg Penn, who's also with the gym now, and he saw that it took hold. So then he shaped and formed Haden Sports and Performance along with Zakiya Haden, his wife, who manages more so the educational side of things. And that's how Haden Sports and Performance got kind of formed about 10, 12 years ago with that vision in mind, just trying to get athletes up to tip-top shape, being the best that they can be on and off the playing field.
All right, so to the average person in the untrained eye, they'll come in the gym and they'll say, hey, look like a normal gym compared to a lot of places I've been. What makes you guys different or stand out from a majority of the gyms?
Yeah, he's been over here for 9 years now. Like you said, we did some remodeling, some renovation, things of that nature, but it's still that old school way of thinking of training, right? We pick up a broomstick and some weight and we kind of get it in. But with that, he does a program of periodization with his training, right? So he looks at what you need first off, then where you're coming from, your background, your situation, your nutrition. We dive down into a clinical kind of assessment that we kind of do, and then we take things from there. We kind of assess what they're doing supplementation-wise, meal-wise, strength, conditioning, all that kind of great stuff, and then we create a complete program. Then off that program, you can kind of follow it, you can kind of monetize it, you can kind of periodization it so that we can best fit the individual client. We don't try to build out for a team or group of people. We try to build out for the individual.
Okay, I can tell you with the college, you use a lot of SAT words right there. All right, I see. So look, man. So look, man, the group is comprised of family and friends, man. That's not normal everywhere in a training facility. How does that come into play, and how great is that to have in this particular workforce?
Oh, it's amazing. Coach Haden had that vision way before we even thought of it ourselves, right? And now that we got 5 trainers on staff, like you said, we all played pretty much high school football together. Then we all went around our walks of life playing D1 football, basketball, baseball, different areas. But then we all had the synergy to come back home, right, and try to take on the mantle of what Coach Haden created. So getting geared up every morning with these guys that's brothers to me, right, and trying to perform and help the task of athletes becoming their best is a challenge that we look forward to take each and every day. And it's good that we can do it as a band of brothers.
Okay. Now, you already stated you got, all the way up to the ages of 60. So it's kind of tough to ask what kind of clientele you're looking for. But what kind of mindset are you looking for out of your clientele?
We know they walk in with different goals and different variations of what they think they can do or where they've been. We open up our doors to all. We're a family-owned business. We like that concept of family, faith, family, fitness, right? We put God first in everything that we do. And then we just take them as they come. We know that everybody have different aspirations and different goals, but we want to be able to meet the client right where they are and kind of help them inspire to be better. So a well-rounded sense of fitness is like what we want to create.
All right, so you guys been here in this facility 9 years, been in operation 12. What's next for Haden Sports and Performance, man? What you guys looking forward to doing next?
Good. We got a lot of good different things going on in the works, right? We wanted to make sure we continue to keep a trench inside of our community, the DMV area, right? We work with our high schools. We just started our partnership with Special Olympics, so we're really excited about that. So we've been traveling. We do camps all over the place. We did a camp in Pittsburgh. We did a camp in Cleveland. So we've been kind of all over the map, kind of training, putting on camps, putting on clinics. Actually, we're going to Abu Dhabi in about 3 weeks in March to be a part of their World Games, Special Olympics, and put on 2 football clinics there, 7-on-7 flag football. So we got our hands in a lot of different things. So we just want to grow that footpath. We each and all take our job titles very serious. So we going in different directions, but we keeping it Haden sports and performance based.
Okay, so let's talk about these Special Olympics. You know, I want to go to Abu Dhabi. I could be like a mascot. You know what you shouldn't do. You know, I just stand there, you know, they be like, oh, no, we don't want that, you know. It's like, nah, let me stop playing. So tell us, what's going on with the Special Olympics? Is it just in Abu Dhabi or is it here as well?
No, we do it here as well. So the last camp we threw for Joe Haden, you know, he's a sponsor of him. He was the first ever ambassador as being an NFL player. And that's something that's near and dear to his heart. Jacob is an intellectual disabled athlete. He played in Special Olympics, and it's just near and dear to the family. So we look to get involved. We look to do more and more things with them. Okay. We look to do more and more things as well as the community that can create a inclusion kind of atmosphere where it's not one kid put against another kid, whether it's race, whether it's performance, whether it's abilities. We just want to create a even platform for all to kind of take advantage of and experience and do great at.
All right, that's major, man. That's major. All right, so look, lastly, for you as a trainer, what's the toughest obstacle you have to overcome as a trainer, man?
That's putting me on the spot. That's a lot. I don't know. I guess the toughest one is just setting realistic goals and expectations, right? A lot of times you might get an athlete or you might get a client that feel like they can be at, one level. But then you have to break them down. You have to show them what reality kind of look like. We kind of put them through our assessment, our tests, our performances. And then we try to help build them up and set realistic goals so we can kind of get better incrementally, right? We want to be able to show progress, hit our marks, and be able to grow from there. So I guess that'll be like the toughest part of training is just the expectations.
Okay. All right. Well, look, man, y'all heard it here first. Got the general manager, Rodney Pittman, yet again. Haden Sports and Performance, man, we appreciate you. Hey, always good seeing your family. Hey, and let's huddle up. We'll be back after these commercials.
To the Huddle. JB here. I'm here with Jordan of Haden Sports and Performance. Jordan, what's good with you, bruh?
Nothing much hanging in there.
Hey, thanks for sitting down with us. I know y'all all went to friendly in here, so how is it, coaching and training with your fellow brothers? Y'all grew up together. How is that? How competitive is it sometimes?
Man, it's so competitive. It's an awesome feeling, though. I love being back home, being with my family, being with my dad, my brothers. I mean, we get it in every day. It's so competitive, but at the same time, it's all love. So, it's a great place to be.
Hey, that's what's up. So all y'all, pretty much play football, basketball, or baseball. Any other sports, y'all?
Nah, mainly baseball. I mean, we played basketball, football growing up. I mean, my brother Joe tried baseball one time, got hit with the ball. After that, we didn't turn back around there.
Hey, I can dig it. I ain't mad at that. So when it comes to training and, do all of you guys, help out with, like, let's just say if one person come in or two people, do y'all all help out with those, or do y'all just section off who trains who?
Yeah, I feel like our manager, Rodney Pittman, made it real easy for us to be able to, we have certain groups sports and performance, we have one-on-one, we have semi-private workouts, we have a bunch of different packages, so basically we know everything that's happening before it comes in, so we already have it planned out. I know I got the one-on-one today, Josh, I have the kids, Greg, I have the semi-privates, so we have it real mapped out and really based on the schedule, so it's all tight and good.
Okay. Let's get into football talk. So we got the Steelers, Big Ben, Antonio Brown. So where do you see the Steelers trading him, or what would be the best option for them to trade and get in return?
See, AB, man, that's my boy, you know what I mean? That's my boy. You always say, call God, that's my boy. I wish nothing but the best for him. But, if they do trade him, they do let him go, man, just get him out the conference. I don't want to see him during the year.
Okay,
so other than that, we see him in playoffs, see him in championship. I don't want to. Nah, it's good. Go ahead, get about it. I know you a baller, brother.
I can dig it. So with the DMV being, pretty much known for basketball, we got some good football players in the area too. Why do you think, football don't get as much love as basketball around the DMV?
I feel like it's wild. I feel like football does get a lot of love. It all depends on what school you're talking about. Like the private schools get majority of the love. Private schools, you're playing on turf. I know we are friendly. They still on grass. You in playoffs, you in mud. So you know what I mean? So I know I was in school in Toledo. A lot of my boys, they be talking about DeMatha. They talk about McNamara, St. John's. So those schools are on the map, and they are in Maryland. So, at the same time, I feel like those are the top-ranked schools that a lot of people out of the state know about. So I guess DeMatha, St. John's, McNamara, they definitely holding it down for the DMV.
So they holding it down. They private school. Do you see any public schools really being able to, give them some comp on the field?
It's real tough. Right now, a lot of the public schools, the population is dropping so much that they're becoming 1A, 2A schools, when a lot of the private schools would be 3A. Talking about thousands of more kids coming in, the chance to get a good athlete. But the one public school that does stand out for me, it would be Gwynn Park. Coach Hayes is doing an outstanding job. He's been doing an outstanding job since we played against them. And, from the way it looks and seeing the kids go to the championship, making it to the playoffs every year, he's holding that side up. For sure.
Okay.
So Gwynn Park is definitely on my top as one of the top schools, public schools in the area. I would recommend that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. So I mentioned all y'all went to Friendly, played throughout the different years in Friendly. What year of football do you think was the best at Friendly?
I had to say 06, 07.
06, 07. Why is that?
It was just, I'm talking about talent everywhere. We had, starting from my brother Jay at quarterback to Vinny at receiver to Lamar Thomas to my brother Josh. We had Raheem. We just had ballers, all around the field. I'm talking about linebackers running 4-4-4-3. So, you talking about running backs getting the ball 2 times a game, scoring, breaking. So, we just had outstanding players. It was like everybody, you get 5 touches, you're going to score 3. Okay. It was that crazy. So, it was breakout. It was to the point almost they moved me from running back to receiver, and I never played receiver. I was always a running back. It was like, you got to get in where you fit in. So that was all love, and I love competing, so that's what we did.
What's up. So we're going to close it out, but I got a question for you. So you being a trainer, if you could train anyone, whether it's a celebrity, athlete, actor, actress, who would you like to train and why?
Now I sit there and think about it. Nobody I really want to just train, but if anything, I love when my brother comes back home and he gets to come in here and train because this is where he helped us build this whole thing, build the name Haden and everything. So whenever he gets a chance to come back home, I love just showing him, like, hey, bro, let me go ahead and get you right with a little boom, boom, boom. And at the same time, he pours into me and tells me little stuff that I can work with or little stuff he does with his trainers.
Yeah.
Because, when he goes around, like, from L.A. to Cleveland or to Pittsburgh, he has trainers that he goes to, and everybody has their own training techniques. So I just love piggybacking off, feeding it, absorbing all that, and be able to bring it to Haden Sports.
That's what's up. Hey, family first. Well, you heard it here. Welcome to the Huddle.
Welcome to the Huddle. It's your boy Franco Fresh. So I just want to talk to the youth right now. When you really think about if you want to go far in life, you got to put the work in. Everybody think they can be Steph Curry, but they can't. Steph Curry spent hours in the gym. It's the same thing that you got to do when you're in the classroom. If you're not going to spend time in the classroom putting your knowledge to the books, you're not going to go far in life. When you're in high school, you got to have the grades to play on the team, right? So if you don't have the grades to play on the team, you're not going to make the team. So how you going to be seen? That means that you're going to have to cut off certain peoples in life and get down and get dirty with the books. So don't be in last place. Get your knowledge right and stay focused on what you got to do. It's the Huddle.
We would like to welcome you to Water Sports, where we encourage and assist you with representing yourself, your team, school, clubs, and groups. With 10 years of experience, we've built up a repertoire of comfortable and fashionable garments, paired along with quality materials and customizable offers to offer you a wide variety of products, including spirit packs, coaching gear, sublimated team uniforms, sweatsuits, custom t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and headbands, and more.
Welcome to the Huddle. It's your boy Charlie P with Rodney.
Nice.
Quick.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to shoot some questions at you and get your thoughts. All right. The best football teams ever: Packers, 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, Patriots. Who you go with and why?
That's tough. You're in the Steelers household here, so it's gonna be hard for me not to say the Steelers. But I'm a 49ers fan, so I'm gonna go with the Niners. When we had, was that the
Packers, Patriots.
I'm not going with the
Cowboys.
I'm going definitely not going with the Cowboys. I hope you're not a Cowboy.
Nah, that's not
I'm going 49ers still.
Okay.
49ers.
Your favorite football movies? You got to Remember the Titans, Rudy, Friday Night Lights.
Oh, out of those three, you gotta like the comeback story with Rudy.
Okay.
But my favorite one would have to be Friday Night Lights.
What about
Rudy.
Remember the Titans?
I like the Titans. That was right down the road.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of more heartfelt. I like the Boobie Miles and them in Friday Night Lights. It was kind of more my speed.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. What position you played in high school?
So I played mainly linebacker, D.
Right. You walked into it. The best linebacker of all time. Give me Lawrence Taylor, Dick Buckus, Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Jack Lambert.
That's tough. I'm gonna have to go. Dick Buckus. Dick Buckus. I had the opportunity to go to the University of Illinois, so that's where I played my years at. And so we know how much he meant to that community, to that atmosphere, being in the Chicago area, being in Illinois. So I'm gonna definitely have to go Dick Buckus.
Okay. The toughest college football rivalry. You're looking at Army versus Navy, Miami versus Florida State, Michigan, Ohio State, UCLA, USC.
We talking football here?
Yeah, we talking football.
I'm gonna keep it Big Ten, and I'm gonna go O State, Michigan. Yeah, even though I despise Big Blue and O State, I'm gonna still keep it, in the household of Big Ten. I know how intense those games can be playing against those opponents. I've never been to an O State, Michigan game, but I'm gonna keep it Big Ten, say O State, Michigan.
Ray Lewis from Miami.
I mean, the U back in the day. I mean, those are good cases, but it's nothing like playing in front of 100,000+ people in the Big Ten, the horseshoe, or the big house.
Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. All right, last question. Your favorite football player of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time. You can go quarterback, running back, wide receiver, D-line, offensive line, slot.
Favorite football player all time, I would have to go Ronnie Lott. I'm a 49er fan.
He's a beast.
He played all over the field.
Yeah.
So when I grew up watching the 49ers, I adore Ronnie Lott. So that's why I stuck to the defensive side of the ball more than the offensive
What about
side.
Deion Sanders then?
Deion nice. He was a little bit more, he was a little bit more flashy than me. You know what I mean? I really didn't. I liked going about my business.
Darryl Green.
Darryl Green's nice. I had the opportunity to train Darryl Green camp, so I love Darryl Green. He's probably the top cornerback in my book.
Champ Bailey.
Champ's nice. Champ played his position, did what he had to do, put many years in. I like those type talented players that go about their business the right way.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Hot seat.